The following is a presentation of the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the commissioner of the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League, Val Dragatinovic. How you guys doing out there? And welcome to the recap show of the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League, Week 3. To announce my guest, we're going to have a little intro song so you guys can probably figure out just by listening to the song. Joining me to recap Week 3 of the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Zoltan Volomo.
Hey, Valley D Commissioner, how are you?
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, everybody. I'm in,
dude,
taking care of business. I got you.
But you know what,
not
man?
so much this week. But
You were not taking care of business this week.
That's alright. I let one go down to Twitty.
Alright, let me turn this off.
Please do.
But welcome to the recap of the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League. Give us a second to get things started here. Before we do, you want to read that real quick?
Warning. Rated TV mature audience. The following program contains material that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Viewer discretion is advised. Anthony Christina.
That's right. Alright, so we got a little bio here, resume. You like this?
Love it.
Dude, stay within the camera, man.
Love it. That's okay. I'm here.
What's your nickname, dude? Besides Zoli, Z-Dog, well, what's your other nickname? Come on.
ZQ.
ZQ.
That's right, styling and profiling.
Look at that picture, man. Look at that. That was actually in Jacksonville for my graduation.
For your graduation. I had to look smart because you just got smart.
Yeah, that's right. So let's look at your resume here, man. Obviously, last year was your first, and you actually made the playoffs, finished third.
I did.
Your favorite team of the Browns. Favorite beer? Of course, the logo.
Yep.
High Life. Favorite shot?
Yeah, for sure, Jameson.
Jameson?
You're a blue-collar worker, man.
Okay.
American beer.
And favorite hobbies? Is there anything there that we missed?
I would put drinking first.
Okay. You're the only one that has a hobby. The drinking is a hobby. Alright, so obviously you live here in Tampa. You're joining me here in Tampa, and you were married to your lovely wife, Jackie. So, you know, you were definitely not taking care of business in fantasy football. Hopefully you're taking care of business at home.
Yeah. Once a week, whether she likes it or not.
Alright, let me move on here to the next slide.
Is that the mature audience part right there?
Alright, so just a reminder, for those of you that made a donation last week, it's not too late to make a donation. We still have a couple of weeks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, so if you can, I'll forward a link later. Let's talk about this for a second, man. We got to talk about this for just a second.
Oh my gosh.
The worst call in the history of NFL.
Yeah.
Can we please bring the referees back?
I mean, it was two pretty bad calls. I mean, Golden Tate definitely shoved him in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty blatant. And the Browns didn't get away with that when we played Detroit for that nonsense call that they gave us.
Well, they gave you that untimed down or whatever.
And then we took a timeout, but whatever. And possession. I mean, I cannot see how Golden Tate is ruled to have possession of that.
This is the perfect picture, because look at the ball. I mean, he has two hands on the ball. This guy is barely even touching with his fingertip with one hand. So.
You know what the rule is in the end zone? Bat the ball down to the ground.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? That happened in Tennessee Lions game.
And somebody caught it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I hear you. It was just a terrible call all around. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I had to put that on there because it really bothered me that night, man.
These guys were refereeing lingerie football a couple weeks ago.
Before we get into the recap of the games, 6-player trade, I want to get your kind of comment on this one. So TNT gets Brady Wallace and Beanie Wells, who actually, as of today, was put on the IR. So he's actually getting only 2 players for 3, or 3 for 2. Peyton Manning, Wes Welker, Peterson for Frosty Paws. What do you think of the trade?
Well, you know, both teams had to shake something up. There's no doubt about that. When I first looked at the trade, fair enough. Now, in hindsight, Beanie Wells looks like a really stupid move, but you know, teams have to shake things up. I didn't see.
I mean, Wallace Welker to me is kind of an even. So.
Right. Well, it stinks if you're going to get Brady. I almost want to keep Welker on my team so I can get the double punch. But you know, there's not too much more that TNT has, anyways. Oh, I'm sure they could still see. Just my big nose probably just got one of the names.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I wasn't crazy about this trade. I wasn't crazy about it, but Whatever. All right, let's recap the games here. Let's go into my game here.
No playmakers.
I go 0-3 for the first time since 2006. Looking at the our stats sheets, TNT avoids his first 0-3 start ever. Puts an ass whooping on me. I just want to take a second here, and I want to congratulate Tony. I think he has a great team, and I think that he played hard, and he actually, played better than what his team showed the first 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so, Tony, I look forward to playing you again, man. I think you're a great coach, you're a great owner, and that's all I can say about this game.
Yeah, you know what? The only thing that stands out in this game is obviously you're not getting any love from Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Aaron Rodgers took me to the playoffs. He was 3/4 of my team last year. So it's difficult getting that first pick and not getting value out of it. And then I look at Anthony's side, and I mean, listen, Michael Bush, that was a nice game by him, but he's not a starter. And as soon as Forte gets healthy, again, now we're in trouble with Wells going down and Bush being a...
He scored almost as many points, TNT, against me this week than
he did his first 2 weeks.
First 2 weeks combined.
Yeah.
And I'm the only team that every team I've played has scored over 100 points.
I just read the screen. At least TNT is getting it this week and not me.
That's right. Wow. Show ain't over, bitch.
No.
All right, let's talk about the Archon Tigers and the no longer perfect Boban. I mean, we got to change his name, right? I mean, you can't call yourself Simply Perfect. I mean,
Simply Unperfect.
Yeah. But you look at this game, you look at the stats, Z, and the difference in the game here was one play. It was the Cardinals' defense. Okay. Where Vic fumbled at like the 2-yard line. I think they sacked him, fumbled, and they ran it back like 90-some yards. That's 19 points.
Yeah.
So I mean, not quite exactly, but pretty close to one play was the difference in this game. So Archon Tigers didn't really have a great game. Take a look at the stats. Look at his running backs. I mean, I got some issues with his running backs. Interesting to point out here to the rest of the owners that Zach was the first guy that actually played our new rule is you can play a tight end as a flex.
Okay.
So this is the first time that someone actually did that. He played 2 tight ends. They actually both gave him a touchdown. And they got 30 points.
Right.
So that's not going to happen every game, right? Tight ends don't score touchdowns every game.
It was tough though. Willis McGahee, he wasn't going to get a lot of production out of him since Houston was just scoring. I mean, what did Schaub have? 1.5 million touchdowns.
Yeah. But you look at his lineup. I mean, I'm not crazy about Doug Martin, Willis McGahee, Vincent Jackson. These aren't guys that really. I mean, Cardinals aren't going to score 37 points every week.
Right.
So,
Right, well, and he doesn't have too much better on his bench for running backs now, so.
But, I still think that the Tigers are overrated looking at this roster. And, again, Boban, you got to change your name, dude. Your winning streak that started last November, like 7-8 games in a row is over. So you can't call yourself Simply Perfect. And on a side note here, I got a text message today from the Archon Tigers.
Yep.
He's actually in Honolulu. Yeah, he's in Honolulu.
Oh, nice. Rub it in.
And
Socks with sandals.
I got a problem with the picture. I mean, not a problem with them. This is a cute picture of him and his wife. But really, Zach, socks with sandals? That's a violation.
And those are like some poolside Adidas sandals. Not even like, hey, I flew into Hawaii.
This is how you fly into Hawaii? No, but rumor has it, I have a source that told me that he's in Hawaii because he feels all his players are going to make the Pro Bowl. So he kind of wants to start booking rooms and stuff and getting ready for the Pro Bowl. Not so fast, my friend. But I had to point this out.
The worst part is even that guy is making comments.
Look at that look. He's like, really, dude? You just flew 6 hours in pool sliders or whatever.
Post office hippie.
All right, let's move on to someone that did not take care of business this week. My brother Jake the Snake doubles up TCB. Your worst performance, obviously, of the year. I mean,
and it's got to be in division, just
but
flopped.
I mean, Zoli, I love you, bro, but I mean, look at this lineup, man. Blackman 0, Marino 0.
Yeah.
Randy Moss.
Marino was inactive for the game, but if you look at my bench, I mean, I've got
Stewart was inactive, Forte was inactive.
Right.
You didn't have another running back.
It was just a tough week, and Randy Moss will not be on my roster anymore. I can guarantee you that.
Okay, but my question to you is at what point...
There's a lot of holes, man.
At what point do you say, you know what, I'm going with Andrew Luck? Because, I mean, he's been consistently scoring between 20 to 30 points a game. Muton's been a bust so far. I have him in another league.
You know, I feel like if you draft somebody in the first round, you gotta live or die with them, man.
I thought that was too soon, by the way. Just saying. I think that was a little too soon for Cam Newton. You put him in that elite group of quarterbacks, Brady, Rodgers, Breeze.
Okay.
He doesn't belong in the first round, man.
Fair enough.
You know, sophomore jinx so far for Cam Newton.
Fair enough.
And looking at Jake, you know, I mean, the analysis on this game is that I still think Jake is overrated.
I like his team though. He's got some stuff. I mean, he's got.
Well,
some
CJ Spiller's out for at least a game or two.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Well,
and then who knows what happens when because Fred Jackson's going to come back around the same time as well. So who knows if he gets put back on.
But I mean, he only has one running back. That's what I'm looking at. I mean, you only got one guy, Jake. That's it. You're not going to win consistently with one running back.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
And you can't talk trade with me because I don't trade within division.
Yeah, exactly. But I still think he's overrated. You made him look good, actually, this week. You know.
So I'll only win 2 more games this season.
I hate to say this, dude, but I'm looking at your roster, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll probably beat me because I just said that.
But
unless you change something up, 4 wins, man.
I need both my running backs that are injured to get healthy again, and maybe I can pull off a nice little trade. Running back for a wide receiver, and we'll see. Maybe we can get my team back on track and try to limp into playoffs and at least make my money back like last year.
I don't know, dude. I can't see you being a playoff team. Let's move on to the other guys in your division here. Again, kind of an ugly game between the prime timers. I was wrong about FSU. Last week I called out that Ryan's team, the Seminoles, are going to lose at home to Clemson. You know what? I was right for the first half because they were down 2 touchdowns. And, they just fucking exploded in the second half. But looking at this, look at Phillip Rivers. You know, you got 1 point from Phillip Rivers. No wonder you lost.
He had been playing pretty well before this game. But
1 point from
he's
Rivers.
Back to reality, you know.
LaShawn McCoy, so far, I hate to say it. I mean, the Eagles, there's something wrong with the Eagles. Yeah. There's something wrong with Vic. That whole offense. I got Deshaun Jackson. He's about to get his ass benched.
Yeah.
McCoy has been a bust.
Yeah, a little overrated. I mean, Vic is really just not playing well.
So, I mean, but then you look at, Frosty Paws. They get their first one of the season.
The 24 points, that goes to a guy that had a freak show game.
Yeah. And Bradshaw, I think, is coming back this week. So, goodbye, whatever his name is, Andre Brown. What's his name?
Darius?
I don't know. A. Brown.
Yo, A. Brown. Hey, Brown.
You're going back to the bench.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, you know what? Maybe he'll play LaShore, because that was a good draft pick. Somewhere like in the late rounds, knowing he's going to miss the first couple of games.
Yeah.
He came back and he had a strong game. 100 yards rushing.
And,
so.
Again, because of Cam, you're not seeing too much off of LaFell either.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, everybody thought he was going to have a step-up year.
But, looking at this division,
that's nice.
I really think 7-7, maybe even 6-8 is going to win this division.
So if I win 2 more games, I'm only at 4, so I need to...
You need at least 2 to 3 more wins. That's a good thing. You have a chance. In my division, you got to win 9 or 10 games each year to make the playoffs.
Well, it's not easy if you start off 0-3, though.
Oh, dude. You can't go 11-3 unless you lose 3 games, right? So I just lost my first 3 games. That's it. Dude.
Got him out of the way.
I'm going on a tear, bro. Trust me. I feel sorry for Randy this week.
StayWithMatch.com. It's the best chance for you to score.
All right. Let's move on to the Bulldogs and the High Flyers. The Bulldogs, the highest scoring output of any team this year so far, nice. 159. Bears defense 34. Jamal Charles. Where was this last year when I fucking drafted Jamal Charles? He fucking tears his ACL in week 2, rushes for 233 fucking yards, 55 receiving yards.
One of the touchdowns, I think, was a 91-yard run.
Yeah, but still. But again, I look at the roster. Daniel Thomas or Denarius Thomas.
Yeah.
Bo, Nate Washington. His receivers are not very strong, and I think Stafford's having a subpar year so far, and Benson is struggling in that Green Bay offense.
Yeah,
he still hasn't picked it up yet.
He's got Bradshaw on the bench, but still, he doesn't seem like he can stay healthy.
Would you? I mean, are you at the point where you start to bench Matt Stafford? This is the same question as Cam Newton. Because Dalton's been having a great start to the season.
I don't know. Whenever there's Megatron on the field, I don't take anything away from that.
I think that you're blocking part of the
well,
TV.
Nobody had to see. That's a losing side anyways. But again, you got Megatron on that field. You can easily rip off 2-3 touchdowns in a game anytime. So
that's true. No, but my analysis for the game. Oops, I'm going the wrong direction. for the third straight year, Mark starts 3-0. So it's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
And the last couple of years, he finished 10-4. So he's on pace to win 10 games again, maybe even 11. High Flyers. Look at this roster.
Yeah.
I mean, they need a quarterback.
And I'm saying, Alex Smith right now with Frisco, it's a solid football team, but he's definitely not a solid
fantasy football. I agree. No. I agree with you. I mean, and Cutler. I mean, that punk needs to go, man.
I mean, I thought Cutler had a great start to the season, but when he starts MF and everybody on his team, he's not going to fall in favor.
He's selfish, man.
And again, it hasn't started snowing yet, and you know that slows down in Chicago.
He had, what's his name, Hester wide open last week, and he missed him. So I hate Josh, what's his name, Josh McDaniels. You know what? He was right for kicking him off the team, or trading him, whatever.
Right.
So,
right.
Let's move on to the Cleveland Crushers and Eliminators, the team I play this week. Nice rebound victory for you, Brian, 131-100 after a pretty pathetic performance last week. You know, for Randy, I mean, this guy's been the tough luck loser so far. You lose Fred Jackson, you lose Reggie Bush, you know, two guys that have been having a good start to the season. It sounds like Jackson may be back. That's good for you, Randy. Not good for me. You're playing me, but Reggie Bush is out maybe a week, maybe not. He's doubtful for this week. Who knows what happens. But, you know, he's got two good quarterbacks.
Two solid quarterbacks.
I like Ryan. I like RG3.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe you make a trade with the High Flyers, but it's within your own division. Do you do that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you do it now because you're not playing them until like week 11 or 12, right? There's no division games for the next 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So, but any comments? Anything else you see here?
No, I think that Brian's got a pretty solid team.
Except for the running back position. Look at his running backs. Donald Brown and Ridley.
Donald Brown is playing above what I thought he can play, but Ridley with New England, you know New England's definitely never a run-first type team.
But why are you benching Turner?
Why are you benching Turner?
Because of the DUI, Brian? I mean, that's the only reason why I would consider it. Maybe he's going to get disciplined.
That's half of our friends, Brian. Or DUI guys. What, you're going to not be friends with them anymore? What the hell?
But I don't know. I think he's got question marks at the running back position. So look at the standings here. We got Zach and Mark at 3-0, and of course a bunch of guys at 2-1 and 1-2.
Okay.
And Michael and yours truly at 0-3. And like I said, man, there's still plenty of football left, my friends. So the next 8 weeks are against non-division opponents. This is what separates the men from the boys. So I mean, I really feel good about my team. I can see within a couple of weeks me being, 3-3 or 3-4, whatever, and being right in the thick of it.
Yeah, I mean, your team rebounded last year too and became. Oh wait, maybe not.
I lost McFadden for the year. I lost Charles for the year. I lost Manning for the year. I lost Macklin. Come on, my entire roster was an IR.
Okay.
I should have changed my name to IR. All right, so looking at the matchups for this week. Let's talk about your game. We're not going to go through every game here.
That's
but
fine.
Cleveland Crushers and taking care of business. Are you going to take care of business, or are you going to get crushed by the Cleveland Crushers?
I don't know. All I know is I'll be drinking some Great Lakes that I took back home from the airport, and hopefully a little Cleveland luck lets me beat up the Cleveland guy.
Yeah, I was actually inspired by the whole, Great Lakes, what's it called?
Dortmunder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brian, I asked Zoli, who was in Cleveland recently, to bring me a bottle or two. So.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I left it at the bar.
You left it at the bar. So where are they at now? In my refrigerator.
Only you would bring a 6-pack on a plane. I didn't know you can do that. You can bring a 6-pack on a plane.
I didn't know you could do it either until I was at the Great Lakes having a beer, and then they're like, yeah, you could take a 6-pack back.
The guy gets off a plane with a 6-pack of Great Lakes Dortmunder.
Well, the worst part is I'm going to have to fly up to the Cleveland airport just to grab a 6-pack of the Christmas Ale and fly back. So a 6-pack of that's going to cost me $14 and another $350 for the plane ticket.
Well, actually, Zach always goes home for Christmas, so he can hook you up.
Okay, I'd rather fly or drive 3 hours to Jacksonville to get that.
Well, I mean, maybe he'll wear the same sandals with the socks again or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But look at the matchups here. I think that with your
I think
game,
Anthony gets another victory over here. I think that Jake wins another one. I'm not going to call my game, but I'm hoping and praying. And I think Zach gets another one. Who do you like for the playmaker?
Wait, you think Zach wins? I'm actually picking the High Flyers this week.
That's your upset?
Yeah, it's one of my upset. That's not really an upset because I don't think Zach's team's that good.
Okay.
But the High Flyers beat the Archon Tigers. Bulldogs go 4-0. Jake beats Farmer's Tan, because hopefully by next week he'll change his name. If not, I think I had the commissioner authority to change that.
All right.
And I get my first win this week. I'm sorry, Randy, but you know, I'm going to take all my frustration out on you. After what happened Monday night, Rogers, Nelson, and Crosby are going to score like 80 points, which would be more than enough to kill you. So, sorry, man. We're both going to be 1-3 after this week.
All right.
But as far as you, I can't see. I think Cleveland Crushers are going to put some points on the board.
I need some things to happen.
You got to shake it up, man. You got to shake it up. I don't like your chances. I hate to say that. So let me see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, just good luck to everybody else, except for everyone in my division, and of course the guy I'm playing. So that's all the time we have.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining me.
You got it, buddy.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Good luck, everybody else. Yeah. Good times.
Peace out, brothers.
Salute.